Community Forum on KCCC 930 AM, sponsored by Eddy County, honoring God, country, and family, thriving with industry since 1889.
Thank you for listening to Community Forum. I'm Hattie, and I am yet again here at Carlsbad High School to talk to our state champion culinary team. And I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves.
I'm Avery Padilla.
My name is Micah Char.
And I'm Camille Martin.
And I'm Miss Hale.
Who you met earlier in part 1 of our series. Excellent. So now you are all seniors.
I'm a junior.
You're a junior?
2 of us are seniors.
And 2 seniors.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're like gone. You're done.
Yeah.
You're just here for me.
Just for you.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, always. Every day.
I think it's going to be super cool. So let me start with the seniors first, if you don't mind, Avery, because it's you're done and you just spent 4 years in the program. So tell me about it.
Well, I spent more than 4 years in the program. I've been in the program for like 5 years.
You can do that?
Yeah. Well, I had it in like middle school.
Oh,
I did
cool.
like home ec culinary, and then it transitioned into like this class.
Oh, that's
so
great.
I count it just because like that's for like my brownie points. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck,
So
you were already on the path.
Yeah. So I've been doing culinary since middle school, and like home ec. I love it. I mean, it's basic necessity for what you need. That's exactly why I joined. I was like, I want to become a better cook. I want to know how to do all that. And then at the time, I really wanted to learn how to sew, and like home ec teaches that. So I've been in there since, and then
Nice.
they've manipulated me into joining everything else, and it's the best 4 years of my life. 5 years.
I'm sure Mrs. Hale didn't tell you to say that.
No.
No, I love it. All right, Micah, how about you?
It's really fun, but it picks up a lot after your first and second years in the program, because I didn't really get involved until my senior year where I started competing, but I really like it. And like at the beginning of my freshman year when I first started high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do as a career, but I'm glad I stuck through it because now I'm going to have an internship in Santa Fe.
Amazing.
Sweet.
That is so cool. I haven't even been to Santa Fe.
I haven't been to Santa Fe either, but
It's really nice though.
I'm going to get
The
there.
weather's so nice.
I heard that it's really nice. But also talking about like joining really late or like it developing over the years, that is so true. It's like because this was my first year competing, even as a senior, and I wish I knew sooner about it. Like I knew about ProStart and I knew about like Skills USA. I didn't know what it was. I knew of it,
Right.
But the ProStart, the way, I don't know if Skills USA is the same, but like how you can only do it 2 times.
Oh,
and that's
right.
it.
David mentioned he could only compete twice.
Yeah,
he'd already
David
done
can't
that.
compete anymore unless they find like a loophole or like try to like give him money or bribe him or something. But other than that, like there's nothing.
Yeah, I don't
like,
think
it
David's
sucks
gonna do
because
that.
I if I knew, I would have. I do a lot of other extracurricular activities as well. So I'm the
that's
president of the theater and stuff like that. So I travel a lot between that and ProStart. I remember we just finished Little Shop of Horrors, and like literally the next night I was on the plane to go to Baltimore, and it was
my
so
goodness.
tiring. But as a junior, where I had like a little more time when it came to stuff like that, I wish I would have known, and I could have competed with like Avery and them
Yeah.
and travel, because I've never been to Baltimore, like that side of the country and all that.
Oh, so that was cool.
Yeah, this was my first time flying. And
It's very dirty there.
Yes, well, yes, but like where we were at, it wasn't that dirty, and it was
was
honestly
probably very
really
nice,
nice. It was so nice. It was so clean. I could breathe, and it was so green. I remember I like sent a message to Miss Hale when we landed. I was like, "It's so green here, it sickens me," and I was like angry. I was so mad.
I do kind of miss the green a little bit. I will admit.
I do. I was just angry that we don't get that here.
Exactly. So, Micah, do you think you'll continue on with cooking? Yeah.
That's what I want to do in college.
Oh, nice.
I don't know yet if I'm going to major in it because, like, here in New Mexico, there's not a lot of programs that are that good,
Right.
I guess, for culinary, but that's what I'll do in college.
Nice. I know some of the best schools are kind of like on the east and the west coast, right? The Culinary Institute of America and what's that one in Rhode Island that my friend went to?
That's a great question.
I don't remember the name of it now. I'm sorry. I'll put it in the post when I look it up.
Sweet.
Is that somebody for you?
Nah.
Just peeking in? Okay. And Avery, so you're a junior, but it sounds like you competed before.
Yes, I did it my junior year, and freshman and sophomore year, they definitely give us a lot of exposure to the program. I remember freshman year, Zinc would show us all the time, like the ProStart kids practicing in the morning, like we would get to sample the food, try it. And it definitely inspired me to be on the team and like even just ask and mention about it. The exposure is great. Junior year, we did come up second. We didn't get to go to nationals, but it was definitely a great experience being at state. I think this year, honestly, like I feel like we all just kind of were more in sync. You know what I mean? Like we all had a deeper connection with each other, and that caused for a greater outcome, I think.
Absolutely.
Honestly, state, I feel like this year there was a lot more competition at state this year. We had some great new teams there. And at nationals, that was my first year. I think that was all our first year except for David, and it was great exposure too. Like it really just showed you what the real world is like in culinary, and it's definitely an eye opener because like some of the things I saw there, like I didn't even know existed. Yeah, like it shows you a lot of new things. So I think it's definitely a great program for kids who are wanting to go into the field. Yeah, I think it's a great program to do all that.
Excellent. Yeah, I have to say, Mr. Zink was like super bragging about you
Mr.
all.
Zink, bro, just that guy.
He's glazing us.
Yeah, totally. 'Cause I met him.
Heads up.
I met him at a broadcast radio class, which is weird.
What's he doing there?
I don't even.
She
know.
met Mr. Hicks.
Oh, Mr. Hicks. I have the name wrong. I'm sorry, everybody.
Oh, you're all good. I was like, what is Zink
I mentioned
doing in a
I was really bad
broadcast?
at names.
I was like, what?
I mentioned I was bad at names. Yeah. So Mr. Hicks was glazing you off.
Yeah, so just a quick shout out to Matthew Hicks at Autoclore. And so he's one of our community partners, and we've worked together, like kind of getting, because I always take I take the senior class and the junior class on a field trip every year. And so his sister-in-law does enchanted mushrooms. And so that is where that's how we got into enchanted mushrooms for our field trip. And so he's usually shows up at that field trip and like goes with us and stuff like that. So the kids get to meet him there too. And like, and then they see him as a judge for ProStart.
Nice. Yeah, I totally was not aware we had this awesome program here. And I apologize for not knowing that.
It's okay. We forgive you. I wish it was bigger. Yes. I wish it was bigger. I don't know. I just feel like we win a little more than some other
You do
programs.
win a lot. I saw the banners in the window over there.
Nice. I just wish, I'm like, I feel like with that, like we have so much success, but not enough people to carry on that success. Exactly. And I feel like there's other programs that are so big that don't get to succeed as much because of just the skill and everybody around and stuff. But this community it's such a big world. Cooking you need to literally survive. You don't need a lot of other things. This is something that even if you don't win, you're learning stuff that you can use to everybody, and it's easy to do, teach, and again, you're going to use it for literally everything. I don't think you're going to be paying somebody to cook for you every single day unless you have that money to spare, but like I really don't think so. And it's also so fun, and again, we get to try all the food here. And even if they don't do ProStart or Skills USA, which you totally should do ProStart and Skills USA, they're also really good programs. But like, even if you didn't want to compete, just taking the class is a huge eye opener, and you learn so many things that you just use. Yeah, I don't know. I just wish this community was even bigger than it can be. It can be so much bigger.
Nice. I like that. So when you, Avery, you mentioned that when you were at the national championship, you saw things that you just had never even seen before. Was this like types of food?
Yeah, it was also just like the connection with the kids. Honestly, like the teams, like we thought we were in sync. You go over there, it's a whole new level. Like we saw people using shoe holders to hold their utensils. It was insane. And like the communication, their teachers, like it's just a whole new world. And like you see like people cheering for football and like baseball and all that. Like you see the cheering. I didn't think people did that for culinary, but those parents were going crazy. Like it was just a whole other scene like that. I wasn't even knew existed. It was insane.
Oh, that's so great.
I do want to mention though that it was the kids get embarrassed when we cheer.
Yeah, like wanting it.
But so you can cheer. The parents can cheer for culinary. For management, you can't cheer or do anything, but they do cheer in between, like kind of and clap in between. So they do rounds where they have judges, and the judges are listening and talking. So you can't really like cheer on. But yes, it is totally like a sports arena kind of thing with a lot of
That's
teams.
so great.
And that's so unfortunate because, okay, so I do management and they do the culinary part of it. And with management, it's so much pressure to just sit there in a room of silence, but it's not silence. It's like white noise because everybody's saying their pitches at the same time and it's all going on at the same time. You're just like, oh my God. And then like you just like you're hoping for that little sliver of support, but you can't get it because they're not allowed to. And if we communicate with them, we could be like disqualified.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So like we're not allowed to communicate with our team. I can like make eye contact with them, max.
Oh,
Max. Don't smile at them. Don't look at them. Don't wave at nothing.
that's crazy.
I'm exaggerating.
So that's
but-
cool though, because I was wondering if any of the team here for the interviews was in the management part. So.
Yeah, it's all me, baby. It's all me.
Nice.
It's me and my partner Josiah. He couldn't make it today, but it's usually the max you can have on a management team, I believe, is 5.
So for the teams, you can have 5 students on a team. 4 of them participate or compete, and then the 5th is the manager.
Yes.
So David was our manager for the culinary team, and we had 4 students in cooking.
Yeah.
And then for management, we had 1 manager, which was
Ayana.
and then 2 students competing, which was Camille and Josiah. So you don't have to have, you can do a mix of everything. You do have to have a minimum of 2 students competing. So if you are cooking, you have to have 2 students cooking. If you are management, you have to have 2 students. And so we always try to get as many involved as we can. And, we found the perfect spot is about 3 to 5, like 5, because I can't imagine trying to do, the cooking with just 2 students. Like it would be very, very difficult because there's there's a lot of stuff to do and you only get 1 hour to cook. And then with management, it works well to have 2 kind of like, so they can go back and forth, but we do like to try to get a full team when possible.
Definitely. Ayana is a really big help with like the support side of it as well, since we can't have support from like the
Outside.
teachers and like parents until like the intermission parts of it. Ayana is really there, and it's really cool to have her there because it's like if one of us freezes up, she can like tag team in, so she can like take our spot. And I guess like her job is a lot harder than ours when it comes to like she has to be able to jump in for either one of our parts. So like yes, we did a lot of work with memorizing, and it was difficult. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and say it wasn't difficult and it wasn't hard. Management is so difficult. It's like Shark Tank. It's just Shark Tank, and it was super stressful, super. It really beat me down sometimes when I didn't, because it was our first year, me and Josiah, and so it was really rough to try to like get it started and like make ideas and make this restaurant become what we wanted it to be. And then thankfully we found what we wanted and we found the passion that we want to bring to people, and Ayana really helped us with that. And like when we would be freaking out, she's like, it's okay, just remember I'm here for you. If something happens, like the worst comes to worst, if she needs to jump in, she can. And it's nice to be able to like rely on somebody like that, especially because we can't rely on Ms. Hale or Mr. Zink or any of our teachers or principals for that, because if we mess up there, they're not going to jump in for us and be like, I got this. And it was all her. So
That's great.
She couldn't come.
So what kind of restaurant did you guys pitch?
So we did the Adobe Hearth. It was a standalone restaurant that serves authentic new Mexican cuisine.
Nice.
And it was located in the center of ProStartville.
That's right. Mrs. Hale did mention it was a fictional city.
It is, yep.
That's great.
It was really nice. It's nice.
And then I know David was running the culinary team, so you all were cooking.
Yes.
So what did you make?
I did dessert. Do you want us to explain the whole menu?
Yes.
Okay.
I love food.
We had a crepe roulotte, and it was actually like really delicate. I didn't realize how like delicate the dish was going to be until I actually did it, and it's incredibly delicate. We had a crepe roulotte crusted with pistachio flour. It had Nutella and Rice Krispies in it, and then on the bottom of it we had a rum glazed pineapple, which was so good. It's probably my favorite part of the dish. And then we also had a Quenelles of vanilla bean whipped cream with a pineapple butter cookie crumble and butter. And we also had a strawberry coulis sauce, which was another favorite with me. I think berries pair with everything in dessert. And I think every year having a berry on there is just kind of like a thing we do every year, because every year we have a berry, and I think every year it tastes great.
Berries are awesome.
And then also we also had sliced mango and macerated berries, which was another really good. And the chocolate garnish was probably the hardest thing we did, because we had so many trial and errors with the amount of cacao we had in the chocolate, the delicacy of it, temperature we were freezing at, like everything was so like technical. So that was probably our biggest struggle with the dessert.
It came out really good at nationals, though.
The appetizer is probably the best appetizer I've ever had. I love that appetizer so much.
That was the dish that I made, and it was blue corn hush puppies, and then I did an esquite salad, which had cabbage, tomato, avocado, and then corn on top. And then the sauce that Avery was talking about earlier, it's chipotle lime remoulade.
Let me tell you, as somebody who wasn't cooking, it tasted delicious for me. And it was so nice because Jocelyn, when like they were at the hotel room cooking, me and Josiah didn't really get to taste it well because we were having our practices. So like by the time we got to the plate, everybody already like ate it, and we like have the scraps of it. We're like, it's so good. I wish I could actually taste like the actual like dish. I remember she like finished hers and she snuck it into our room and she's like, you finished that before anyone else finds it. And I go, thank you. And like we ate it. It was so good.
And she made the lamb loin, right?
Yeah, she made the lamb.
That sounded so good.
All of it was delicious. That everybody ate up the dessert like there was no tomorrow. I couldn't even look at it before it was gone. And then her like stacked was just so beautiful. And I remember watching their trial and error. It grew a lot. I mean, yeah, it grew because like she used to have. They used to be stacked. It was like a stacked pancake instead of the rolls. It was stacked. So she had like a stacked pancake. So like everything was just stacked because Micah's salad was like in like a stack as well, and then Avery's pancakes were in a stack. So everything was just stacked.
Yeah, I look like a ding dong. Like the second half,
Yeah.
right before state, it looked like a ding dong. Thank God we changed it.
Yeah, but like watching them change their dish so many times, and I mean, people are just like, it's the same things. Like, yeah, it's the same ingredients, but it looks completely different.
Right.
I don't know. I think the way it looked definitely changed the way it tasted too.
Appearance is really important if you're cooking out in the restaurant world. Like at home, it doesn't matter. I just slop things on a plate.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, they're very tasty things. Don't get me wrong. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
to cook, but they're, I don't have to worry about the appearance. I don't have to like fuss,
Yeah, no.
But you have to in a restaurant, and people make fun of it. It's like, oh, you gotta have height, but like it looks good and it makes you want to eat it, and that's like a really big part of it. I think.
Sometimes I felt bad because like Micah's stack was like so beautiful, and you right in the middle, and it looked like I just destroyed it. And I went, I'm so sorry. And I remember the first time I tried it, I apologized so hard. I was like, I'm so sorry. She goes, you're supposed to do that. And I'm like, no, it just feels wrong.
Desecrated your stack.
It was destroyed. I couldn't even like ding, take one little corn out. It's gone. It's over.
That's how I feel about the dessert, though.
Yeah,
Because it's so pretty.
I know. I feel like people like focus only on the looks, but like you have to make it taste good. Like I feel like a lot of teams at nationals, like their food looked great, but like I just wish I could have tasted it. Because I feel like people produce these amazing dishes, but how does it taste? Like I tried not to forget that when I was doing the dish. Like, does this still taste good or does it just look pretty? Because there's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta taste good.
And I'd rather it like look bad and taste delicious than like it look delicious and then I try and I'm disappointed.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then like people would always neglect your fruit, like the mangoes and stuff. When they would like when we'd like give up the test plates after they finished practices, they would eat like the pancake and all that and like they'd leave the mango. And I'm like,
The mango is my favorite part.
That's
I
what I'm
love the
saying.
mango.
I would eat that. That's
Fresh
that's the
fruit.
scraps that I would have.
Jocelyn's favorite part.
Absolutely. So, what do you think your over the years? What do you think the lesson that you've learned from this that you can take out into the world would be?
It's okay to fail. Like
Yes.
that's so basic.
That's
okay,
a
hear
good
me out. I
one.
know it's so basic. Oh my God, it's basic. She's not to fail. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I get it. But like honestly, it is okay to fail, and you're gonna fail so many more times than you're gonna succeed. But it gets worse before it gets better. And I'm saying that because I bawled like a baby at nationals. I cried because the cooking team placed beautifully. The management team did good, yes, but it wasn't what I Camille Martin wanted better, and I'm not saying not in no terms that the placement that we got was bad or that we deserved more or that we deserved less. Like not at all. Just me as a person, I don't like to lose, and I'm the type of person that like I learn a new thing and I already want to be good at it. Like I want to be great, and that's just something that I need to work on as a person.
Sure.
But
So that's a good lesson to take away.
it's just
then.
I remember when we got our placement, I was like, we did good.
Yeah.
This is both of our first
You're
times.
within
We
like a
did
point
great.
and a half
Yeah,
of like
no,
the top.
exactly. And then I like sunk into it and I thought about it more and I was like so disappointed in myself. Not my teammates, not my teachers, not in me. I was like, I could have done so much better. I want to do better. And then I thought about it and I was like, I did the best I could. Like,
Yeah,
I
if you
did
give
that.
your best, you can't be
and then
disappointed.
I remember before we even left, I was getting eaten alive by that. And I remember I'd had so many talks with Miss Hale and Mr. Zink, and they would just tell me the same things, like, are you doing your best? And I'm like, yeah, obviously. And she's like, then there you go. Like, then you're crying over nothing, Camille. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. But like, I would still worry. But like, they gave you the perfect amount of support. They didn't baby me into being like, it's okay to feel this way. It's all right. They just gave it to me the way it was. Yes, it's okay to be scared. And yes, you're going to be nervous. And yes, you're traveling to a place that you've never been in and a plane that you've never rode. And you're going to fail and you're going to get up again and you're going to succeed and you're going to blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, we're very proud of you. You're doing things that, I mean, not every kid gets to do. The fact that you're even at nationals is amazing.
Amazing.
And I mean, whatever we get, we get. And at the end of the day, we're already here. And so I'm like, yeah, you're right. And that's why I like the regret of like, I wish I could have done it junior year. So I could have had that epiphany during junior year. And then my senior year, I could have been like, yeah, now I have no excuse not to be like, it's my first time. Like now I can like do better. And like, I guess that's a regret that I have, but just, it's okay to fail. Like, it's all right.
To the grandparents listening, tell your grandchildren that they should do the program and get into the skills and the ProStart like early as they can.
I agree. I would rather fail. I mean, I don't regret it at all, ever. And I'm not just saying that for the radio. Like in general, I never regret it. I never regretted it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It sounds like it's been a really great experience.
Yeah. And then like I got to meet all these beautiful people and like they're so much fun. I love teasing them. I love being with them. I love making fun of them. I love loving them. Like it's nice. I like spending
it. Sounds like a good team.
Yeah. It's the best team I could have asked for. 100%.
I love that. So you had great questions, Mrs. Hale, when we were interviewing the morning people. So I thought I might let you do that too, because you're better familiar with their experience.
So I wanted to say, like, what was one thing that you learned this year, or like the new technique that you learned this year that you'll be taking and like putting in your pocket and pulling it out later as like an ace, kind of thing for you, or like, what's something that you're proud of? Like, what's the one thing that you can say, like, I know I did this well?
I'd probably say teamwork, because I'm a person who likes to do things on their own. Like, I feel like there's definitely a way I can do it by myself, but this has taught me teamwork. I like to do it by myself, as I said before, but this has definitely taught me how to work as a group, how to communicate properly, how to ask for help, because I hate asking for help. I feel like it makes me seem like a failure, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's how you succeed, honestly. It's how you learn new things. It's how you do better. It's how you win. I couldn't have even dreamed about winning half the stuff we did without the amazing help of my amazing team. So it definitely taught me teamwork, how to ask for help, and also honestly just communicating, because again, like not really good at that, but Ms. Hale and Zink drilled it into us, and it definitely stuck. Chef, yes.
I would say one thing that I learned is like working under pressure.
Yes.
Because last year, Ms. Hale and Zink asked me if like I wanted to compete, and I was kind of scared too, because I was also doing tennis at the time, and like the competitions were around the same time, so I would have been really busy. And also I was scared because like Avery and Jocelyn and David they were already a part of the team, and they had been practicing and competing already. And I was kind of scared because like I felt like I was behind a little bit, but I'm glad that I did get to participate and working with them. I learned a lot of things. Like I was talking about working under pressure, like the time frame that you have, because we only have, I think it's an hour to cook, and then you have like 15 minutes to prep before that, but it is a lot of pressure, and especially at nationals with like all the noise and people cheering.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure. So that's great. I'm hearing some really good lessons coming out of this for everybody. Teamwork, working under pressure. Like these are key life skills. I'm loving it. So, we talked a little bit before that we started about my favorite thing is to make sauces. What did you see though at nationals that you're like, I want to make that. I want to make something like that. Like what inspired you?
I mean, I can't remember how much the dishes looked. I didn't know they were so exotic. Yes. And I remember this wasn't at nationals. This was at state. Okay. At state, they had like I don't even know. It was a dessert, and I think like in the outside of it was like an apple, and they had like it was like liquid sugar.
It's like a cobweb.
Yeah,
of sugar.
it was like a cobweb of sugar, but like it stood alone, and it kind of like it was like a cage. So think about it, like the dish itself was inside, and that like candy sugar cobweb type thing was like over it like this, and I was like, I just want. I just like it was weird, and I'm like, how did you do that in that many times? And then I saw another one. I think it was also at state or no, it was at nationals. It was like they made it like a genuine apple. Like they made their dessert into an apple, like the apple mold and all of it, and like all the stuff was inside. It's just an apple, and I was like, "What the heck?" Just want to again cut it in half and see what's inside. Making though, I don't know. I don't know what I want to make, but they all had really exotic, cool things and techniques for sure.
Nice.
So, and it's kind of hard for the students to like look at other students because we're so
Yeah.
busy. So it is like, that is a tough question. I would say like, what would you like from Adobe Hearth, your restaurant, what's something that you would want to make now that you've kind of, you've looked at that restaurant? Like what is something that you would maybe try to do for a special occasion?
Whoa. Yeah. Well, okay, so this is probably, I wouldn't say it's like boring, but out of the entire menu, I definitely would say that it's not like the greatest, it's not like extravagant, but tortilla soup, I don't see it very often, and I haven't really had tortilla soup like that, so I think I would like to try to make my own tortilla soup from the Adobe Hearth menu and like go on and so forth. But if you want like a genuine answer, like the beignets and the flan, I would like to do flan actually, because flan is very interesting to make, and like the way you have to like steam and like the custard and all that, and like it's very delicate. So if you just like getting it out of the pan or whatever, you can break it and like just picking it up. So I think it'd be like the tortilla soup, just because I don't see it very often, and I personally would like to try it out. And then for dessert, like flan, because it's very delicate, and I feel like it's like I don't know. It makes me, to me, looking at flan is kind of like looking at lobster. You know, people are like, it's like a delicacy. And I look at flan and I'm like, yeah, that looks like it'd be a delicacy. Like I see that on the Queen's plate. So like I would like to be better at making flan too, because I don't make that very often.
It's my favorite dessert.
Is it actually? You should come in to eat Adobe Hearths, and you should have the chocolate or vanilla flan. It comes in three little mini ones. You
Oh
should
my
try
goodness,
it.
open it and I will come.
I will make that. You'll be the first person on my list.
So Micah, what do you think? What new thing do you want to try or make, or something from the restaurant that was planned? Or you're not really on the planning team, you were on the competition cooking team, so.
What I want to do is I want to make like more fine dining food, because this is my first time ever competing with the team, and it's the first time I've gotten to experience making like fine dining food, because I'm also competing in skills, but it's not really like that. We just make like, I don't know how to say it.
Large quantities.
Yeah, it's more like production and how you manage your time, and like it's like consistency more than like fine dining. And I really like that about ProStart. And like at nationals, you see all the dishes and you see all like the tiny little components and the garnishes, and I really love that about like all the dishes.
Yeah, they're so pretty.
Yeah, they're so pretty. It's scary.
How about you, Avery?
Probably chocolate. I mean, we did a pretty cool chocolate thing this year, but I think getting those technicality points, like getting those skills, like that's something that's going to earn you massive points, is being able to work with chocolate, because it's hard. I mean, I learned how to temper chocolate this year, and it was not easy. Like the amount of chocolate we bought this year, like we went to 4 different stores to find one chocolate. And it was terrible. Hard. Like I think, and I mean, just you touching it, like the warmth from your fingers melts the chocolate. Like it's insane how hard it is to work with it. Last year we did this, and it was like a swan, but we had to pipe it onto the plate. It wasn't lifted and then put on. It was on the plate. It was a part of it. And that was so hard. And especially since he wanted me to do it with a little pipette, that's what really made it hard. And I gave up with that. I actually used a squeeze bottle last year, and I regret that. But I used the pipette this year, and it worked out great. But I think using more chocolate, because I mean, it's definitely a skill that you need to have, but it's a hard skill to learn. And learning how to temper it, the proper temperatures, the proper chocolate. I mean, yeah, it's proper. People think just because it's more expensive doesn't mean it tastes good. I mean, the higher quality chocolate, the better it's going to cook, the better it's going to melt, the better everything. I mean, chocolate's definitely something you don't want to cheap out on. And we learned that.
Completely. And I am way too lazy to temper chocolate, so I am very impressed.
It's actually not that bad. I mean, I learned that this year. He taught me that. Like, just 30 seconds and it's tempered. It's easy.
See, I didn't know about tempering chocolate, actually.
I learned that this year.
I didn't know about tempering chocolate. And I remember, like, I would be like, for special events, like making like like pretzels and stuff, and like you buy like the little containers like pre-melts, you just melt them in the oven, and I remember I'd like throw it in there and like it'd come out like a clump, and it's like,
a lot
and I'm
of
like,
them are
what
like
the
coated
heck
in
is
wax.
this? And I'm like, dude, what is it? They scanned me. I just didn't know what I was doing, and I actually didn't even know that was tempering until just right now. What time is it right now? That's the time I learned. I don't know, but I did not know about tempering chocolate. I'm not a big fan of chocolate like that though.
I want to make, my son is obsessed with cake pops from Starbucks. And I want to be able to make them and then do the tempered coating on them so that it's not, because I just ice them right now. I'm like from a pre-made icing. I'm so lazy. And because I'm more of a savory cook than a dessert kind of person. So it's like, I totally, not cheap out. But I take shortcuts with the dessert stuff like all the time.
K-pops are actually really difficult. I'm not a big fan of K-pops. They're hard. They're so hard. People think that it's so. You just cake it and like crumple it and like. No, it's so hard. And I remember, I don't know if Miss Hale was there, but me and Zink had like these cake pops, and they were like these chocolate cake pops, and they were so moist and I'm so sorry. I bit into it and I went, oh no.
Those were given to us.
I lied. They were the best cake pops I've ever had in my life, dude. I love cake pops.
Yeah, somebody gave those to us, and so they, they will go unnamed. But so yeah, we try to expose them to a little bit of everything. But think about like if you guys saying this is so hard, but like at the beginning of when we started practices to when we finished, right? All that practice and got you to where you're at now. So even though that might be a hard item, you can still pick that up and learn, right? And you have those skills and you can do that now. And so, you've learned some of that resiliency in that practice and how to ask for help and say, hey, I want to make this better.
It's really great to learn those things now, by the way, and not like 40 years from now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that they should take the class now because they learn. I'm so sorry. I know I talk so much, but I actually want to talk about that. That's something that we also learned that I'm so grateful for. We have a rule in culinary where you have to try everything once. Yeah. Even if you know you don't like it, you have to have it. Because there's some things that like you don't like it in general, but some people make it in a certain way that like it doesn't taste the same. And then you might like that version, but you'll never find it ever again. So sad. But like there has been a lot of things like that. And I'm really grateful for that we thankfully have the opportunity to be able to like buy a couple of appetizers and we all would share that appetizer. And then like from there we'd be like, oh, that's disgusting. Or we'd be like, that's actually really good. I want that. If you don't want it, I'll take it. And like that was something that we learned and like we do for a lot.
It's so important to try stuff.
And I mean, man, I regret this. Out of everything, I feel like I've been really good at it. I won't say I mastered much yet like that, but like me and bread, we fight so much. I can't do dough. She's laughing because she knows of my misfortunes, but I can't do dough. I watch Micah do dough and I get envious. Like I remember I was cleaning this like the cupboards and stuff, and Micah was like doing her dough, and I looked over her and I was like, must be nice, huh, being able to do dough, because me and Josiah struggled with dough so much, and it's just something that I have to learn. It's my practice, but dough sucks. Sucks.
I have a hard time with it too. I think it's about patience.
It's patience that I don't have right now. It's just dough. I hate it.
So the way you feel about Micah is like how I feel about Mr. Zink and dough. Like
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like I've had a complicated relationship with bread too, but I mean, and that's where we, but think about again where you started at and where you're at, and then like you keep
so
going.
Much better.
Like
so much better.
I do a lot of the bread demos and stuff like that now because that was one of the things that I did. Like I wasn't good at it, or as good at it as Mr. Zink, and I don't think I ever will be. He's amazing, but like that's how I got better. Was like I know I'm not good at that, and I'm gonna do that. So that's like another like leading by example.
You're listening to Community Forum on KCCC 930 AM, sponsored by Eddy County, honoring God, country, and family, thriving with industry since 1889.